So this is a little bit of a different kind of counted number or streak, if one wants to call it that. That's more of a something I have not had of my own. So I have not as opposed to have, though I have in a different way because there are people further away either way. So this is on only having family cats and dogs as pets at over 32.04 years of age as of 13 March 2025. As of when I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, filmed this video on Thursday, 13 March 2025, I had only ever had cats and dogs as pets through my parents, meaning I had not had a cat nor a dog of my own, and I had not had a cat nor a dog with a significant other and or a friend. So I'm putting this in my competition results because this was one of the biggest competition spaces when I was growing up. So when I was a kid, like specifically when I was a kid, you know, a bunch of kids in the neighborhood had that dog, and it was like a battle to like who's gonna get there to get that, have that dog or have that cat first of everybody. And I don't actually know who it was. I'm trailing in my own family, in my generation alone. I'm like, I think over 12 years behind. I have not had a cat or a dog of my own. So, and I'm in last place, okay, because I haven't. So, who would have their own cat or dog first? Yeah, so I'm last in my own generation, like level of my generation, and I'm gonna guess for the community as well. Well, maybe not last for the community because there were some people who didn't have pets. So we had family pets, and so I think there was kind of like a, okay, well, since you're raised with pets, you're gonna go on to have pets, and specifically cats and dogs. And I went to school and I lived in dorms, and it was just like not financially feasible whatsoever. I remember there was one week I had money in my bank account and had like $5 left, and I bought granola because it was rough on my tummy, so I wouldn't want to eat more. I had financial problems for my own self that were a concern. So a pet of any kind, and especially a cat or a dog, was out of the question. So then in graduate school, I got a little more income, and I did look into it, and I found some cute dogs online and stuff. However, it was hard to find a place that was California that would allow a cat and or a dog on a lease. It cost more, and then there's the cost of the pet itself, and I was just like, no. So I kind of gave up, and I paid more attention to the wildlife, which I'd kind of always paid attention to, and I had my own pets of rodents and like a fish growing up, and so I started paying more attention to the wildlife and the wild rodents and birds and stuff, and that's something I do to this day. I'm like, I prefer to have those squirrels, you know, as outdoor squirrels kind of, than have a cat or a dog kind of thing. Kona's like, there's somebody he wants, you know, kind of thing. But it's not necessarily me. It might be mom and dad, and if it's not mom and dad, maybe it's one of my honey bunnies. Anyway, but when I was a little one, I did want to be a veterinarian, so it's partially inspired by this streak as well as a movie on the watch list. Gradual growth, inspired like becoming a doctor or an animal doctor, a veterinarian. I learned Norwegian language gradually from my Jakob Ingebrigtsen and my Karsten Warholm. And then does Hubert Coast become a wingman of Andrei Minikov and helping me learn the Italian language together and Russian language together in person.